What if the future of Volkswagen's most important car doesn't have an engine at all? That might sound surprising, because for nearly 50 years, the Volkswagen Golf has been one of the most successful cars ever built. Not because it was the fastest, not because it was the most luxurious, and definitely not because it was the most expensive. People bought the Golf because it simply made sense. It was practical, reliable, comfortable, efficient, and most importantly, it did everything well. That's exactly why millions of people trusted it, generation after generation, year after year. The Golf became more than just a car. It became a benchmark, a vehicle that competitors constantly tried to beat. And now, for the first time in its history, the Golf is preparing for its biggest transformation yet. This is the 2028 Volkswagen Golf Mk9. And honestly, this might be the most important Golf ever created. Because this isn't simply another generation. This is Volkswagen's opportunity to redefine one of the most famous names in automotive history. Think about it. The automotive world is changing faster than ever before. Electric vehicles are becoming more common. Technology is evolving rapidly, and customer expectations continue growing every year. The challenge for Volkswagen isn't simply building another good Golf. The challenge is building an electric Golf that still feels like a Golf. And honestly, that's much harder than it sounds. Because Golf buyers don't usually chase trends. They don't buy cars because they're flashy. They buy them because they work. Every day, every week, every year. That's what made the Golf successful in the first place. And that's exactly why so many people are watching the Mk9 so closely. Now, before we go further, Volkswagen has already confirmed that the future Golf will continue into the electric era. The Mk9 is expected to be built around Volkswagen's next generation EV technology and become one of the company's most important electric vehicles. And honestly, that makes perfect sense. Because if Volkswagen wants to convince millions of traditional drivers to embrace electric vehicles, the Golf is one of the strongest names it has. People trust the Golf, and trust matters, especially when introducing new technology. The first reason buyers are excited about the Mk9 is simple: familiarity. Many electric vehicles try so hard to look futuristic that they forget something important. People still want a car that feels natural to use. That's where the Golf has always excelled. You get in, you drive, everything feels intuitive, everything feels easy. And if Volkswagen can bring that same experience into the electric age, the Mk9 could become one of the most appealing EVs on the market. Because not everyone wants complexity. Many people simply want a great everyday car. Now, let's talk about the design, because design will play a huge role in how buyers react to the Mk9. The good news is that Volkswagen understands the Golf better than anyone. They know people don't want a complete redesign. They want evolution. The Golf has always changed carefully. Each generation looks newer and more modern while remaining instantly recognizable. And honestly, that's one of the reasons the Golf has aged so well over the decades. The Mk9 is expected to continue that philosophy. Expect cleaner surfaces, sharper lighting, improved aerodynamics, and a more refined overall appearance. The front end will likely feature slim LED headlights connected by a modern light signature, helping create a distinctive identity while maintaining familiar Golf character. And that's important, because buyers want to know they're driving a Golf the moment they see it. From the side, the proportions are expected to remain practical and balanced. One of the biggest advantages of a dedicated electric platform is packaging. Without a traditional engine and transmission layout, designers can maximize interior space while keeping exterior dimensions manageable. That means more room for passengers, more room for cargo, and greater overall usability, which is exactly what Golf buyers appreciate. Around the rear, expect a clean and modern design focused on efficiency rather than unnecessary drama. Volkswagen has always understood that the Golf doesn't need to shout. Its reputation already speaks for itself. Now let's move inside, because this is where the Mk9 could make some of its biggest improvements. The electric platform should allow for a much more spacious cabin. The flat floor immediately creates a more open feeling. Passengers benefit from additional room, and the entire interior feels more practical. That's something owners will notice every single day. Technology will also take a significant step forward. Expect faster infotainment systems, improved voice controls, smarter navigation, wireless connectivity, and advanced software updates that keep the vehicle improving over time. But honestly, Volkswagen needs to remember something important. People don't buy Golfs because of giant screens. They buy them because everything works properly. The technology should make life easier, not more complicated. And if Volkswagen gets that balance right, the Mk9 could become a benchmark once again. The materials are also expected to improve, creating a cabin that feels more premium without becoming overly expensive. Comfort remains a major priority. Supportive seats, excellent visibility, thoughtful storage spaces, and an environment that feels welcoming during long drives, because that's what everyday drivers actually care about. Now let's talk about performance, because even though the Golf isn't traditionally known as a sports car, driving enjoyment has always been part of its identity. Electric power changes the experience significantly. The moment you touch the accelerator, power arrives instantly. There's no waiting, no gear changes, no hesitation, just smooth and effortless acceleration. And honestly, that's something many drivers appreciate after experiencing it for the first time. Around town, the Mk9 should feel quick, responsive, and incredibly easy to drive. The quiet cabin improves comfort, the low center of gravity improves stability, and the overall driving experience feels refined. On highways, things become even more impressive. Electric power delivery makes overtaking effortless. Road noise remains low, and long-distance journeys become more relaxing. That's exactly what many buyers want. Not extreme performance, not track day capability, simply a great driving experience every day. Battery technology will also play a major role. Volkswagen understands that range remains one of the most important factors for EV buyers. The Mk9 is expected to deliver improved efficiency, competitive range figures, and faster charging capabilities than previous generations of Volkswagen electric vehicles. And honestly, that's essential, because convenience remains one of the Golf's greatest strengths. Now here's what makes the Mark 9 especially interesting. It arrives at a time when many buyers are finally becoming comfortable with electric vehicles. The market is more mature. Charging infrastructure continues improving, and people are starting to understand the benefits of EV ownership. That creates a huge opportunity for Volkswagen, because if the company can build an electric Golf that delivers the same practicality, reliability, and everyday usability people expect, it could become one of the most successful EVs in the world. And honestly, that's not an unrealistic goal. The Golf has spent decades earning trust. Very few vehicles have that advantage. Which brings us back to the biggest question. Should you wait for the 2028 Volkswagen Golf Mk9? Honestly, if you're considering an electric vehicle in the coming years, this is absolutely one to watch. Because this isn't simply another EV launch. It's the next chapter of one of the most successful automotive nameplates ever created. A vehicle carrying decades of history. A vehicle carrying enormous expectations. And a vehicle that could play a major role in shaping Volkswagen's future. The Volkswagen Golf Mk9 2028 isn't trying to reinvent everything. It's trying to take everything people already love about the Golf and bring it into a new era. And if Volkswagen gets it right, this won't just be another generation. It could become the most important Golf ever built. And that's exactly why so many people are paying attention.